Leicester, who right now sit fourth. David Hare making his way to the centre circle. We are going to have a moment's silence shortly. The former Manchester United striker Alex Dawson died last week at the age of 80. Dawson was a key part of the club's rebuilding process following the Munich air disaster in 1958. A real hero at Manchester United, scoring 54 goals in 93 appearances for the club between 1957 and 1961. It's a strong Manchester United team. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer clearly resting and rotating at the weekend. And they went out of the FA Cup. This is about the top four. United against West Ham United in the company of Andy Townsend and Jim Proudfoot. See you at the break.
Months outside the top four counts for nothing. Being there in 4 days' time is everything. Players once again take a knee prior to kick-off, united in their support of the Black Lives Matter campaign. So the race for the top four enters its home straight. The leaders of the chasing pack reeling in the pacemakers. Is this the night that United break clear from their rivals and kick for home? Victor Lindelof, a touch for Tim Fosu-Mensah, who's making his second successive Premier League appearance, but playing at right back today rather than over on the left. United retaining possession after the ball hit referee Tierney and allowed to play on. Here is Fosu-Mensah, first opportunity for him to get forward. Pogba. More than happy under the pressure from Souček to take it back towards halfway, survive the stumble as well. Here's Maguire with Williams supplying the width to his left-hand side. Greenwood drifting into a central area with Souček with a vital foot in, but still Manchester United on the front foot here. It's a bright start until Marcus Rashford is caught offside.
Yeah, important game for United, this one, Jim. Humbled a little bit by Chelsea in the Cup. Puts an end to that great run, so time to get on another one. And again, David Moyes will know full well that that front three of United, in particular Mason Greenwood off this side. Again, I really enjoyed watching this young man. You've got to keep eyes on him and deny him when he comes inside on his left foot. Bruno Fernandes will be prompting from just in behind those three. So lots of ammunition United have at their disposal this evening, and West Ham will have to be at their absolute best defensively to deny them.
That's an excellent ball forward from Fernandes to find Anthony Martial. The angle was tight. Fabianski not taking a risk. A strong hand to beat it away.
Was a good strike. Tight angle that for Anthony Martial. Insensible little clip ball from Fernandes. Just to turn that back line round. Diop is who stands Martial up. Ball goes through his legs and good stop that.
Love the switch of play from Pogba. Brandon Williams. Rashford, Matic, Fernandes. Just poking it forward into the path of Mason Greenwood. Manchester United dominating the early possession, as you would expect them to do. Ready with one decent side of goal for one of the informed players in the trident of the attack. A side of goal for Greenwood in the early stages as well. 3 minutes in, and both Martial and Mason Greenwood have had attempts.
They have indeed. Again, Greenwood doesn't loiter in the wide areas as he wants to get involved, wants to be in the thick of things, further infield, and nice touch. This was the early one from Martial that goes through the op's legs. It can always be difficult for goalkeepers, but it's always going wide. But again, Fabianski making sure, good hand, and parries it to one side.
A strong start for the goalkeeper. He's only kept one clean sheet in his last 14 Premier League games. I'm sure that for everything that happened at the weekend, David De Gea will be glad when he's got his first good save under his belt today. Not too much doubt that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was going to keep faith with De Gea.
No, I would have been very, very surprised. Despite all the talk, everyone perhaps jumping to conclusions, I would have been extremely surprised that Solskjaer not backed his man. Look, goalkeepers make mistakes, they do. De Gea's had more than his fair share this season, but they have been on a good run. He has kept a number of clean sheets in that run as well. People shouldn't forget that. He's got to be big enough, Jim, as well, to handle mistakes, you know. Got to show tonight that he's confident with his work, and he comes out and he deals with things in front of him. He doesn't hesitate, be on his heels, on his line. That's the time when a manager looks at his goalkeeper and thinks, I've got to change it. But as long as he's confident and he's communicating with that back line and he's prepared to come off his line and deal with things, that's fine.
Well, it is the nature of the beast that any mistake by a goalkeeper is likely to be costly and then magnified. The problem of the weekend, probably the context of the game at Tottenham last month, has added to the talk about De Gea. Here's Nemanja Matic. And Johnson able to clear. And opportunity to try and get Bowen going here against Williams. That's a good strong run as well by Jarrod Bowen. And Williams stuck to his task very well and has won the throw.
It's a good battle, wasn't it? I like that about Jarrod Bowen. He's prepared to gallop with the ball at his feet and get his team further up the field, gives them a breather. You need players that can get you out in those wider areas. They've got that. Fornals will want to drift in a little bit more off the other side, but he's their out ball this evening for West Ham, and when they're under pressure they can knock it in and around and over the top of Williams. Know that Bowen will be going in there right after it.
Maguire. Martial drifting out to the left flank for Manchester United. Plenty of fluidity in that attacking unit. Given away by Johnson. Martial for Pogba. Looked in by Pogba, very difficult one for his compatriot to try and control. Johnson again, sweeping up to clear his lines. 153, finds another. It's Williams. Fernandes acknowledging the run of Fosu Mensah. He just played it infield instead. Here's Pogba. Have to go back to September the 20th for the last time that Manchester United were in the top four, but they've timed their late run through the pack to perfection. 15 points adrift of Leicester back in mid-February. We'll be back above them if they avoid defeat tonight. Very much in the box seat for a return to the Champions League. And West Ham hemmed in around the edge of their own penalty area since the very first whistle. eyes on the summer transfer activity to make sure that they're not in the same situation again during the next campaign. Williams fouled this time. Taking the free kick quickly and intelligently. It was a good recovery as well from Johnson. Bowen finding Mark Noble. It's 500th West Ham United appearance last time out. Matic back in for Scott McTominay in the midfield today. Manny Matic did start that FA Cup semi-final defeat.
No desire from West Ham to go and squeeze the ball, or they're just happy to defend midway in their own half, allow Maguire, Lindelof in particular, to have the ball and then deal with it from there.
Bruno Fernandes, what a pass to find him, and his touch just let him down.
Brilliant.
Beautiful ball back from Rashford,
Wasn't it, Jim? Wasn't it a great ball? Certainly brought it, yeah. He'd be frustrated that his touch wasn't a good one. You can see him there, middle of the screen. Look, he makes that dart between Cresswell and Ogbonna. Looks like he times it perfectly. Just that first touch wasn't sharp and snappy enough. Look, just hits him on the shin and trundles out for a goal kick. Otherwise, he'd have been working the goalkeeper for sure there. See that again, you have numbers back behind the ball. Happens a lot. You think you're safe. All of a sudden, an inch perfect pass from someone like Marcus Rashford. A very well timed run, and you can just penetrate it very, very straightforward. You've got to work at the ball. Can't let good players lift their head and pick their passes and choose the moment they want to deliver things. You've got to work and they've got to do things under pressure. And there, Rashford had too much time.
Now Fornals. Well, stumble. Noble, yeah, possession briefly on the edge of the penalty area, but couldn't make the most of the opportunity. As long as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's men don't lose tonight, a draw at Leicester on Sunday will be enough for them to finish in the top four. And even if they took just 1 point for the last 2 matches, that would still be enough if Chelsea lose at Liverpool later and at home to Wolves on the final day. Manchester United are already in a position where they know that the draw will almost certainly be on their side in that game at Leicester. The margin of victory tonight could be significant because they can give themselves even more room for manoeuvre at the weekend with a big win here. They were to win by 3 this evening. They could afford to lose by a single goal at Leicester and still finish above them. Goal difference could prove absolutely crucial. Nothing between United and Leicester at the moment in terms of points or goal difference. It is goals scored. It separates the two in the table, although this obviously is a game in hand for Manchester United. Johnson's header, knocked on in kind by Bowen.
Maguire. Lucky. Yeah, right ball from Harry Maguire. I think just Timothy Fosu-Mensah there just checked his run. I mean, couldn't quite get on the end of that. Again, never a bad idea, Jim. Whenever I see United play well, they put it in behind their opponent. They've got the pace and the threat. The 3 boys they have up front. That's not a bad start to any game. It gets you back 4 up on the halfway line and you instantly pen your opponent back.
Fernandes clipping it forward. It's a West Ham throw as Johnson got the touch off Martial. Some pressure from that West Ham forward line. It's been an area where Manchester United sometimes can be exposed against a side with a dominant forward press.
But if you can turn the ball over 40 yards from your opponent's goal, then of course there's every chance you can be in business. So it's just how you go about pressing the ball and when you do it, making sure that everyone's ready and willing to commit to it, make sure that everyone knows when it's going to happen. It's when you just get one or two doing it, you're easily passed round and it doesn't work.
Martial, minimal backlift, plenty of power in the shot, but couldn't get the elevation right.
Yeah, good to see Martial. I like the fact that now we're seeing a more determined Anthony Martial now with regards to his striking role now that he seems to operate in. Needs those goals, needs his numbers. Got to make sure that he's getting his quota. His numbers are good. He's got to keep them there.
Has scored in each of his last 5 home games, Martial. 7 goals in that time with the hat-trick he got against Sheffield United. Here he is again. Pogba. Bruno Fernandes. Linking up with Paul Pogba again. £150 million partnership in the centre of Manchester United's midfield. It's Rice with a crucial intervention. Cresswell. Matic able to get in the way of his clearance. Bonner with the opportunity to bring it away this time, and he wins the throw.
Yeah, I think Mikel Antonio there's got to move. Cresswell initially was looking at him and he wanted the ball into his feet. When you're standing there looking at your teammate with the ball, eventually you've got to move. You've got to offer him something else if he's not going to knock it to you. Twice there, Cresswell and then on Bonner, just wanting Mikel Antonio to do really what he does naturally very well. That's turn and run in behind back paws and worry him that way.
So Jack finding Bowen. 2 January acquisitions that have both played their part in this West Ham recovery this season. Rice now for Cresswell. Bowen. Antonio. It's grateful to get possession in that half of the field at the moment, and they have won their first corner.
Yep, not bad there. Good work that from Mikel Antonio. Again, exactly, a little give and go there. That's better movement from him. Look, he powers past people. That's an important way forward for West Ham this evening, set plays. Souček's good at attacking it. We've got the height and prowess of Antonio himself, plus the likes of Bonner and Diop. Declan Rice, seen him score from set play, so they've got some players there that can attack it.
What can they muster from this first corner of the game? Dangerous near post flick came from a United player. Back he comes from Johnson. Fornals, who is capable of the spectacular. Noble, back for Bowen. Getting to the byline and doing well to get the ball in. It was Souček who was in there to attack it, but the free kick is given for the foul by Bonner.
Yeah, just a little late in going for that there, Bonner. Nice work from Bowen, this time on his right foot, swinging it in. Always there a little bit too soon. Better first glimpses of West Ham really as an attacking force this evening so far. It's taken 20 minutes. They've had to sit deep and sit back behind the ball, but that's better.
Yet to muster an attempt on David De Gea's goal. Here's Rashford. Martial. Fernandes able to find those pockets of space. Rashford just tried to turn and bustle his way through inside the penalty area, and again it took Ben Johnson to come in from right back into the centre to help get it clear. Martial getting in goal side of Johnson. Greenwood attacking it. He was on bottom with a defensive header, falling only for Paul Pogba. Now Fosu Mensah, and he's offside.
Yeah. I think Pogba was going to hit that. I think he should have, actually. There's a little shimmy on the edge of the box, and once he'd managed to find half a yard, he gets past Van Hals there, hit that. You can see Fosu Mensah. It's clearly a couple of yards offside.
Well, the first half dominated by Manchester United in terms of possession. 0-0, of course, a scoreline that both sides wouldn't be unduly unhappy with. Well, no surprise that Manchester United have been the dominant force in terms of possession, albeit that they haven't really worked Lucas Fabianski as much as they would have wanted.
No, just the one decent shot. Good strike from Anthony Martial from a tight angle. Lots of possession, lots of probing, lots of assessing what's gonna happen in front of them. But as of yet, West Ham have a good shape. David Moyes will be pleased with that. But of course, there's a long way to go. And if United do find a way in front, then West Ham, of course, will have to eventually alter what they're doing, which United could exploit even more. So, job done for the first 23 minutes. Get the water on board, get back out there and more of the same.
Fluid on board, instructions on board. David Moyes has now had as many games in charge of West Ham as he did Manchester United. This is just his second return to a club that he still describes as the biggest in the world. His record here was almost identical, actually, to United's this season. But when he was asked what the difference was between his reign and that of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he simply said that the Norwegian was afforded time that he himself wasn't given. Manchester United did finish 7th that season with 64 points. They draw their last two games this time around. They will also get 64 points, but will be guaranteed at least 4th. This is the situation at the moment. Liverpool, of course, champions, and Manchester City's qualification for the Champions League's long been assured as well. But Manchester United up to 3rd as things stand. Above Chelsea on goal difference. Chelsea in action at Anfield later, and Leicester, the side that would be missing out if the season finished now. More twists and turns, potentially, of course. Antonio with the ball in. Bruno Fernandes able to bring it away. That's a lovely ball. Perfect way to get round the back of Cresswell and find Martial. White shirts converged on him quickly. Well, they shake back behind the ball very readily as well. Here's Fernandes. Matic.
Yeah, Anthony Martial there, keep going. Great ball from Bruno Fernandes, setting up Ogbonna to run him. He should have gone for it down the gully. Really tried to stretch West Ham. The minute he stepped inside, they recovered very well.
He's got a fantastic record against West Ham as well, Martial. 6 goals in his 8 games against the Hammers. He'll make his way forward here with the ball at the feet of Rashford, but he couldn't find a way past Ben Johnson, who's had a good opening quarter to the game. Antonio's offside. Good battle between Marcus Rashford and Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
The youngsters acquitted himself well.
He certainly has so far.
Fernandes.
It's concentration against the best players. You know, can see that Ben Johnson's a very talented young lad. You just drop your concentration for a split second. You just look across, and the gap between you and your centre half is too big, and one of these other guys will be in that gap and waiting for the ball delivered. You know, that's where you've just got to be on your game, fully focused, all the time. Constantly reminding yourself of where you should be. Am I in the right position? If you're not, move, adjust, get yourself in the right position all the time.
Here's Rice striding forward in possession for West Ham United. Forcing Manchester United back, but that was given away by Noble. Matic for Fernandes. The player that stepped up from the defensive line for West Ham now, Antonio. In this rich vein of form, the best of his career. Now he's won another corner. No, it's a goal kick.
That seems a little harsh. May well have ricocheted back off Antonio, but he was setting up Victor Lindelof, wasn't he? Crosses it with his left foot. Awkward to see from that angle.
It's been a rare touch for David De Gea inside this opening half hour. A cup defeat that United suffered against Chelsea, their first in 20 games in all competitions. Run that had been their best in 10 years and which stretched back to a loss here to Burnley 6 months ago today. It remains their last league defeat. If they can avoid defeat tonight, it'll be their best unbeaten run in the league under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and also their second best since Sir Alex Ferguson retired. So it's illustrative of the improvement that they've made. It's an excellent quick free kick from Cresswell. Picking out Jarrod Bowen's run. Souček made an early run forth on Ozan Antonio in there as well. This is Rice. Going for Bonner, back for Mark Noble. Souček given the instruction to turn. Bowen. Now Cresswell.
It's good football. Really good play there.
Now's with a switch. It's Jarrod Bowen on the end of it. Matic across the cover. But that will be a second West Ham corner. They're pinging it about with some ease.
Nice football there. Lovely switch. In the end from Fornals, exactly the right ball where Jarrod Bowen's one-on-one. He's isolated Brandon Williams and actually just takes one touch too many there. As he wanted to hit that, I think he was about to work De Gea.
Don't face Manchester United once in his career. Jarrod Bowen, and he won that day. Part of the Hull side that beat Manchester United in a League Cup semi-final. They won the leg but went out on aggregate. Just feeling the ill effects of from Brandon Williams, I think. Ball would work short to him anyway. Clipped in by Bowen. It was on Bonner that climbed the highest.
Lucky. A bit too easy that. Look, Jarrod Bowen, he's got far too much room. Mason Greenwood goes, but doesn't really go in a manner which says he's intent to stop that cross. Just a clip ball in and Bonner attacks it. Want to get tighter to him there, deny him.
Fosu Mensah losing possession here. Souček. Bowen at the top of the picture, just going down again. Still feeling it.
Yeah, something. It was when he come into contact with Brandon Williams. I'm not exactly sure what he's done, but he's hobbling about a bit.
Martial putting the pressure on Bonner. The optic support for him. Now Johnson. More than half an hour in, and Manchester United have had plenty of possession. They haven't been able to create quite as many chances as they would have wanted. 4 for them up to this point.
Yeah, but as the half has gone on, West Ham looking quite well organised up to now. Quite comfortable with the fact that United will be dominating possession, but they're able to get themselves in good situations defensively to deal with most things coming their way at the moment.
Such are the quirks of the way that the table is like. It's not a difference really for Manchester United between drawing this 0-0, winning it 2-0.
Yeah,
Doesn't change what they need to do on Sunday.
No, other than just marching into that game with more confidence, Jim. And if they can win this game and the strikers are amongst the goals, it's just the perfect way to go into a massive one-off match. You don't at home to a team you should be beating on your own patch. You don't want to go into a massive one-off on the back of a 0-0 or something like that, which is just a little bit flat. No suggestion is going to end up that way yet. United, again, being patient. They're just waiting for that right moment to provide the quality that they undoubtedly have.
Fossey Mensah getting away from Antonio's challenge. The referee played the advantage. Well, back by Pogba. That's the other thing that would work Manchester United's way with a decent win, help get the cup defeat out of their system.
Yeah, that's another good point.
Here's Williams. Well, 30 Manchester United appearances from him this season. His breakthrough campaign at Old Trafford. Pogba. Fossey Mensah.
The manager's been down in the technical area for the last 5 or 6 minutes, just wanting his team to just rev it up a little bit. Sometimes they're guilty of that Matic, Pogba, Fernandes, of being a little bit slow with their build-up play. Of course, they've got to give those strikers a breather and keep possession at the right times, but without losing that intensity, which is so crucial to their game. That's better.
Fernandes, another lovely ball. It's Mason Greenwood that he's picked out. Rashford and Martial both waiting in the middle. Back for Fernandes, who couldn't turn in possession. So check that sorted that. Fornals will look for Antonio. Too much on his ball forward. Impossible really to overstate the impression that this man has made since arriving at Old Trafford. Bruno Fernandes with the flamboyance and the cleverness, providing something different. Bringing the best out of the three ahead of him, including this young man, Mason Greenwood. His 50th United appearance today. Pogba. Martial able to turn. Pogba made the run past him. Matic keeps it going. Finding Fossey Mensah. Martial getting the wrong side of Pablo Fornals.
Lucky bulldozed his way through well there, didn't he, Martial? Thought he was going to just try and get out to his own left foot. Just couldn't quite do that. Got to be accurate though, hasn't he? You can tell the way that West Ham are set up. Rice and Souček, Noble.
It's a decent strike, good save as well from Fabianski, beating Rashford's effort away. First save that the West Ham goalkeepers had to make for a while.
Good at that, Rashford, isn't he? That's one of his real strengths, where he can, given time, he can hit him, and he hits them hard with plenty of dip on it as well.
Scored in each of his last 2 Premier League games. Marcus Rashford. Martial. Williams. For the try to pick out Fossey Mensah coming in at the back post.
Tried to volley it. Wonder if he could have headed that. Might have been easier for him. See it better from this angle. Nice ball clipped in from Williams. Just wondered if he could have thrown his like a diving header at that. Might have made a bit more of it. This was the strike from Rashford. Look at that coming down, and Fabianski taking no chances. It's a little bit extravagant from the goalie, but it was dipping an awful lot.
Well, that Martial Rashford partnership scored 23 league goals between them here this season, which is a decent return in 18 games. Awkward from Fabianski, I think it's fair to say.
Different, wasn't it?
It's worked well though for the Hammers, able to bring it forward here with Souček round the corner. Bowen, should I say, for Antonio.
You know, Souček was at the back post there, totally unmarked. They could have found a way to get him the ball.
Greenwood just unable to take it into his stride as it just threatens to open up a little bit here. Throw taken quickly by Martial. Williams for Pogba. Fernandez, Fosu-Mensah again making that run, trying to draw Fornals. There is the young Dutchman. It's his first Manchester United appearance here at Old Trafford, incidentally, for well over 3 years today. Back from Matic. Round the corner for Brandon Williams, who's checked back very neatly. Fernandez couldn't get the touch. Greenwood fires it in, but it's blocked.
Yeah, good talent, challenge there. Nice work from United. Good run from Brandon Williams to get to the byline. Rashford just rolls it to him, then he drags it back, drops Bowen to the floor. And it comes back to that young man in that sort of position on his left foot. You expect it to fly into the back of the net. That's really good work. The white shirts throwing themselves at it. Oh, Bonner it is. Makes a big block there.
Well, if he does score today, Mason Greenwood would be rubbing shoulders with some illustrious company. It's Manchester United's record for goals scored in the season by a teenager stands at 17. Greenwood currently on 16. And he would equal the mark set by George Best, Brian Kidd and Wayne Rooney.
Some company there. He struck that well, but he maybe just tried to blast it a bit too hard. He could have picked a spot with that one, you know.
It's directed cross from Antonio. West Ham will be mathematically safe if they avoid defeat tonight. If they lose by a goal, they'd have to lose by 7 at home to Villa on Sunday to stand a chance of going down. Even then, they'd still need Watford to put 7 past Arsenal to finish them off. I think it's fair to say.
I think it's
West Ham is safe.
Right, Jim. Yeah, it's easier as well, isn't it?
Here's Noble. Not managers like though until mathematically you can't go down. You don't dare tempt fate. Here's Fornals. Antonio again.
Well, they'd love to get a point here. They'd love to deny United and be nice and organised and get it all wrapped up officially.
Back from Rice. This will be his penultimate game as a West Ham player.
Still think it's best for him to stay where he is, personally. Keep playing and keep developing. Totally convinced he'll end up playing the majority of his career as a holding midfield player. Not yet. I think his versatility is one of his great strengths, but he might be better served in a slightly deeper position in a back four.
Greenwood, Fernandez. Little feathered layoff that Rashford didn't quite read. Souček. Now Johnson, who was a winger as a youngster. It's a little bit too much of Fornals, but still putting the pressure on Harry Maguire, who can bring it away comfortably enough with Fornals ending up on the deck. Sprang it back on his feet now out of your picture. Level 4 for now. It's back for Declan Rice, who's still played every minute of the Premier League campaign this season. Antonio. Nice ball from Rice. Now Johnson, the worst one into the either, and Antonio from close range got the effort in. De Gea, great for the pounce.
Bundled into the back of Lindelof, didn't he? Lovely switch that from Declan Rice. Beautiful pass. Nice touch from Johnson, puts it into a good area. Antonio goes in after it. I'm not sure whether or not that was a bit of a shove. It might well have been. Yeah, in the end it comes off Lindelof's head onto Antonio's arm. Don't think that would have counted if it had ended up going in the back of the net. It's the right idea, definitely. Hit wide. Don't delay and don't hesitate on putting it in the box.
Antonio linking up the play so ably again and taking it past Fosu Mensah. He will get the first yellow card of the day.
Can't have any complaints about that. Fosu Mensah, he's lunged in. He's denied West Ham an opportunity there. Nice combination work. Fornals and Antonio. Fosu Mensah lunges in.
His first yellow of the season. Albeit that this is only his third game. The closing moments of the first half, a chance to give David De Gea his first really significant test of the evening. And over Cresswell and Rice, the players standing over this. Cresswell did score against Manchester United earlier this season. Set up is there for Declan Rice, whose shot was going well wide. Play stopped because it's not Paul Pogba off his feet.
Or are they appealing for handball? I think that's what they're appealing for, Jim. I think they're the West Ham players. I mean, it's going well wide, the shot. Wow, that's handball. That's handball. If he's in there, that's a penalty. That's a penalty, that is. Put your head on that. Don't duck out the way of it and throw your arms in the air. I'll be staggered if that's not a penalty.
Well, Paul Tierney is the referee. Peter Banks is the VAR. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer would have made his decisions looking at the monitor in the Manchester United technical area.
Can't think what on earth he's doing there. Putting his hands there, ducking down, putting his hands up like that.
And the other thing that will count against him is travel about 12 yards before he gets to it.
It's hit hard. Declan Rice has really struck it well, but that's a penalty. I'm staggered if that's not given.
And the decision is penalty. And an opportunity for West Ham United to take the lead with just about the last kick of the first half. After a rush of blood to the head from Paul Pogba. I claim he was acting in self-defence, but that's clearly didn't look handball.
Didn't look like he was ready to react, to get out the way of it, or head it, or whatever. Looked like he was on his heels and was unaware that the shot was on its way.
Big moment for Michail Antonio. It's a big moment as well for Leicester City. He rolls it past the hair. It's the Hammers that strike first. Another potential twist in this race for a place in the Champions League as West Ham United take a half-time lead at Old Trafford.
Yeah, good penalty for Michail Antonio. Short runner. But I think he was very confident in what he was trying to do there. It's nice and coolly slotted past the goalkeeper. and have defended well. This is the penalty again. What's he thinking, Paul Pogba here? Look.
A frustrated, disappointed Paul Pogba. A story is developing at Old Trafford. A 10th goal of his season, a personal record for Mikel Antonio. Leicester fans everywhere feeling a little happier. We'll take a look back at half-time.
This season is for the fans. Even when the pros went dark, you still found a way to light it up and turn stay at home into home field advantage. Sure, sometimes it was a stretch, but you never lost that spirit of competition. Yeah, you earned this season, fans, so kick up your feet and enjoy. We'll take it from here. Celebrate the return of sports. We've added a $10 credit to every FanDuel account, so you can get in on the action for free, no strings attached. Only on FanDuel.
Red, white, and berry. Give me that cherry. Citrus, blue raspberry. That's why we said blue raspberry. Look at the weather, better grab a sunflower. It's red, white, and berry season.
Ready or not.
Gillette Pro Glide Gel. 5 blades and a pivoting flex ball designed to get virtually every hair on the first stroke while washing away dirt and oil. So you're ready for the day with a clean shave and a clean face.
From the brand with more 2020 IIHS Top Safety Awards than Honda or Toyota comes the Hyundai Tucson, which can help protect the ones you love and the ones they love. Feeling safe, it's better in a Hyundai Tucson.
Only Wendy's 2 for $5 has all the chicken you crave. You can choose from the spicy or homestyle chicken sandwich, crispy or spicy 10-piece nuggets. But let's be real, you're gonna get those 20 spicy nugs for $5. Only at Wendy's.
This is Peacock.
Peacock, baby.
It's streaming, and it's free. Free.
For free?
Yes.
You can't not watch.
Things stand with Manchester United losing, it will be Leicester with the advantage going into Championship Sunday when they host United at the KP by 1 goal in the goal difference column. That is the situation live as things stand. Good afternoon, welcome into the Premier League halftime studio. My name's Rebecca Lowe. Robbie L joining me today. The Geico first half highlights then from Old Trafford looking like this. You wanted to talk about the defending side of the game for West Ham, Rob?
Yeah, they're well set up, well organised, Rebecca. They've got a game plan to funnel Manchester United in the central areas of the pitch where they've got good numbers to stop that rhythm and that passing that we've seen in past weeks when United have done well. And they've done a really good job of it. United have had a couple of looks at Fabianski from distance, but whenever they try to play through those central areas of the pitch, West Ham have had people there. And then the big moment in the game, Declan Rice really hits this ball. And at first I'm thinking it's come off Paul Pogba's head, but we get a chance to look with VAR. And it's one of those reflex actions where his arm's gone up, it goes to VAR, it's a clear penalty kick. He knows it. Mikel Antonio steps up and gets his 8th Premier League goal since Project Restart. That's the joint most of any player in the league, and West Ham are one.
Robbie, you mentioned it's a reflex action. I mean, if that was me, I'm doing that all day long.
Yeah.
As a professional footballer, can you actually overrule your own reflexes then?
I think you have to be a certain type of player. I think that's John Terry. I think he's taking it on the head because I think he's that kind of footballer. I've got to be honest, if that ball's coming that quick to me, my hands are going up there, and that's what's happened in the case. But that shouldn't overlook poor half of Manchester United, Rebecca. It was too easy for West Ham to break the play down, to stop the rhythm. And the players who were there to inject pace, Pogba, Matic and Fernandes, were slowing the game down at times and playing into West Ham's hands. Now, if I play the ball quickly to you, guess what's going to happen? You're going to quickly play it to the next person, and that's what builds the rhythm of when we see Manchester United playing well.
Could part of the problem be as well, there's so much pressure on this game because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer changed his team for the FA Cup when quite clearly was looking at this match?
Yeah. It could be, but listen, this is about pressure. You're talking about top professional football. We know it's a big game. Win, and you've got 1 foot in Champions League football. They're up against it now. This is a real test.
Well, it's a scoreline that Chelsea will be delighted to see because if it stays this way and United lose, then Chelsea will only need a draw at Anfield and they will clinch top 4 football today. There's Christian Pulisic arriving at Anfield. We'll be there with Arlo and Graham next.
Verizon.
Normally would line the streets on a day like today, the day that Liverpool Football Club will lift the Premier League trophy for the first time, but some Liverpool fans, as you can see, have come out to welcome the team bus as it arrives at Anfield ahead of the game against Chelsea, and there for us will be our commentary team of Graham Lasso and Arlo White. And of course today in so many ways, Arlo, it's all about a party, but not for Chelsea. For Chelsea it's a lot more serious than that.
Absolutely, and we saw, Rebecca, some of those fans outside. There's a growing group of supporters outside the main stand, but presumably they'll go and watch the game somewhere, Graham, won't they, now that the team bus has arrived? We hope so anyway. That's what the police have said that they want, for people to watch it at home. Sum up the significance and how important this day is for Liverpool football.
Well, it's a culmination, isn't it, of all of the work that they've put in, not just this season, but over the last 3-4 seasons, all the work in the background, the investment from FSG, the process that they've all been through in getting the right people off the pitch, the right people on the pitch. I suppose the biggest example of that is Virgil van Dijk, isn't it? He was the final piece in that jigsaw that gave them the platform to go on and be as incredible as they have this season. They've also obviously had to deal with the corona crisis, and for them, I think building that incredible form up to that point just held them in such good stead. It gave them so much credit in the bank. And we were here for the Crystal Palace game, and I think we saw all the efforts, the mental effort that went into them delivering that performance to get it done was huge. And massive congratulations to everyone who's been part of it. Sadly, the fans aren't here, but there'll be time to celebrate.
Yeah, and as we say, Rebecca, Chelsea, it's huge for them. If the result holds at Old Trafford, they would only need a draw here. If Manchester United turn it around, Chelsea would need to win to secure tonight.
Thank you, gentlemen. A little earlier on today, the Premier League trophy itself, still bearing the colours of Manchester City, was placed on the plinth, ready to go for the presentation. So Kenny Dalglish will later hand this over to Jordan Henderson. You'll see it live right here. they get to finally lift that trophy. That's later on here on NBCSN. Tune in tomorrow night for a special midweek NASCAR Cup Series race live here, also on NBCSN. Pre-race coverage begins at 6:30 Eastern with NASCAR America and Countdown to Green, and then racing at Kansas Speedway will get going at 7:30. But when we come back, what have Manchester United got for the second half? They trail at home against West Ham thanks to a Mikel Antonio penalty. Stays this way, Hammers are safe, and United would stay fifth going into the final day. Displeasure. Back to Andy Townsend, Jim Proudfoot.
To dwell on the actual incident itself that separates the two teams, that, well, rush of blood from Paul Pogba is all you can call it. It's a really poor decision from him. So no time to dwell on that. A few things to sort out. Aaron Wan-Bissaka on to place Fosu-Mensah on that yellow card as well. I can understand that one, but this is a big half for Manchester United. They've been in very good form recently up until the Chelsea defeat in the Cup. But everything's coming down to the wire now. This is a 45 minutes where they've got to get it right.
Here's Jared Bowen for West Ham. Cresswell making his way forward from full-back. Paul Miles drifting into that more central position as he loves to do. Souček. Trying to get away from Rashford. Ben Johnson with the delivery, but Brandon Williams gets it away. Saka on for this second half. Wrestling between O'Connor and Martial. 'Noble, who played in the 2019 FA Cup final, 2 years ago, 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 2 last West Ham United victory here at Old Trafford, which was back on the final day of the 2006-2007 season. Here's Wan-Bissaka making his way forward. Moving off the ball from Greenwood.
Tested that one for Mason Greenwood from Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Just took it too close to the byline.
Williams. Trying to squeeze the ball down the side of Ben Johnson to find it. Misplaced pass, putting Manchester United possession. Real urgency from Manchester United, which some of their recent performances have seen.
At some point, pretty soon, unless they find a way through, they're going to really have to go for this game.
Back it comes from Rashford. Matic. Everybody back, apart from Mikel Antonio for West Ham, as Williams works it into the feet of Martial. Back from Fernandes. Greenwood waiting. Ball there to clear. Been a steadfast West Ham United defensive performance so far. Is Bruno Fernandes trying to work his magic again for Manchester United? Not this time. No.
Yeah, everything United have done pretty much in the main so far has kind of been in front of West Ham a little bit. It's been the odd situation they've got themselves in where you think they're getting there, but then the pace drops away again.
Worked forward intelligently by Noble. Antonio followed down to the corner flag by Victor Lindelof. Pass intended for Souček, only finding Marcus Rashford, who can bring it away. Johnson standing firm again. Bowen for Noble. Noble getting away from Williams. Antonio, who's now the joint leading scorer in the Premier League since lockdown with 8 in 8. Makes his way forward here, but De Gea's handling assured under pressure from the West Ham striker. Antonio's penalty just before half-time, meaning that Manchester United are 5th as things stand in the table. If it stays like this, they will have to beat Leicester, unless Chelsea can do them a favour.
Massive difference, Jim. Huge difference. So, those United boys, they know full well that they've got to turn this round. They've got to make it happen. Force it.
Trying to do exactly that here. It's Greenwood, and it's 1-1. Big moment for Mason Greenwood. 17th goal of the season, his most important to date, potentially, as Manchester United get back on level terms.
What a great goal. How good is this young man in a tight area, getting his shots away and getting his touch right, making sure that, look at that, couple of sharp touches and then just such a crisp strike. It really was a good hit. He lays it off there, and when he gets it back, watch these touches. 1-2 hit. I mean, it's brilliant stuff, brilliant football that. He's just got that predatory instinct, Mason Greenwood. But I think more than any of the other United boys up there, yeah, he had it too, didn't he? He applauds that. That's a big goal for the team, and a huge goal for United's season.
Significant goal for Greenwood. Pogba works it back into his feet. Can't control it, but Rashford can. It's a goal that takes Manchester United From fifth, back up to third. Pogba. Souček with the clearance. Cresswell. Able to get it away and find Pablo Fornals.
Excellent, well played.
Noble now on the turn to find Bowen. Fornals is making his way forward, an uncharted run towards the far post. Bowen taking on Williams and beating him. It's still Jarrod Bowen. Matic and Maguire came back, and then Declan Rice fires it over the bar.
Just thought for a moment Brandon Williams was going to dangle a leg there in the box on Jarrod Bowen, who's not only is he quick, he's strong in protecting the ball, West Ham flyer. And again here he's direct, he's trying to get Brandon Williams into the box. It's just there, you've got to be careful. In the end, Harry Maguire and Matic just come out to deny Bowen, and the strike from Declan Rice is a clean one, just couldn't keep it down. But nice football for that from West Ham. Starting with Cresswell on the left side into Noble, out to Bowen. One-on-one, he fancies himself a little bit against Brandon Williams.
Fernandes for Lindelof. Matic finding Rashford. Comes again for Nemanja Matic. Greenwood goal. 17th of the season. Equaling that Manchester United record for a teenager. He's made his way forward here as Martial tries his luck, and Manchester United have their first corner.
Lucky. Good football again. Martial gets this, he just checks his run here, he holds the space. Once more. Let's get down the line of that shot.
Gibert underneath it, Rashford just couldn't quite bring it down and get a shot in. A bit too optimistic from Nemanja Matic. He will be feeling more optimistic now than he was 5 minutes ago.
Certainly will. Certainly will. He'll be fully expecting his team now to go on and win this game from this position. They're back in it, on the front foot. He'll be expecting that with the time left, they can really go and confirm their status this evening.
They have only spent 19 days in the top four over the course of the whole season, but it's where you end up, not the journey that matters. Back to third with that goal from Mason Greenwood. Antonio still down here, incidentally, for West Ham United. Ahead of your picture on the West Ham United right. Still not in a position to continue for now as Fernandes makes his way forward. Ball clipped is Rashford trying to get round the back, and Jarrod Bowen going to clear his lines, put it anywhere. Now to play from Manchester United throw.
Yeah, Ben Johnson, really important little touch from him, just in front of Jarrod Bowen there. Rashford was just waiting for that to drop to hit it on the ball.
Wan-Bissaka. Pogba. Trick his way away from Declan Rice. He's not again able to get it away comfortably enough. Up forward by Ogbonna Fornals, doing his best to take the ball on the turn. Wan-Bissaka, defensive duty, so good defending one against one. Big it clear and find Greenwood, who in turn plays in Martial. All the either side of him, including from Brandon Williams here. That's a goal kick.
Just too easy, went down there. Just had half the yard, didn't he, on Jarrod Bowen? Brandon Williams there, but just got his hand in his back, but just looked like he fell to the floor a little bit too easily there. Wasn't going to convince Tierney that way. Just assessing whether perhaps to make another change now, David Moyes.
Well, it is mission accomplished again. In his first spell in charge, he led West Ham from 18th to 13th in safety. The scoreline would preserve their status this season once and for all, extending their cushion above the drop zone from one point when he took over. This time they will surely be given the opportunity to finish what he started, the chance to be an architect of the future and not just a firefighter. That was 4 points clear of the bottom three as things stand right now.
And I think of all those teams in that group that we can see there, they've got the best squad. I think they have the best squad of players. And been times this season when they've been poor, but when they've had to find a few results lately, they've stepped up. Antonio's goals have been a real bonus.
Those back-to-back wins over Norwich and Watford, all but securing the status with 2 games to spare. Second time they secured successive wins in the Premier League all season. Also beat the same opposition in consecutive matches back in August as well. They haven't won 3 in a row since the very end of last season. Were in a position potentially to do that tonight. Incidentally, only done the double over Manchester United once in the Premier League era, which was back in 2007. They won here on the last day, stayed up thanks to Carlos Tevez' goal. Last gasp heroics needed this time round, which might be fortunate because they haven't won here in 14 visits since then. What will do nicely for them. A decent result for Manchester United as well. To reiterate the situation in terms of the table, Manchester United draw this, all win by 1, all win by 2, all has the same effect. It will just leave them needing a point to stay in the Champions League. Great turn there by Williams, or to qualify for the Champions League, should I say. They win by 3, they can afford to lose by 1 at the weekend. Pogba. Matic for Williams. Rashford. Now Paul Pogba. Setting the sights. Speculative.
Yeah, better football that. Nice little ball from Nemanja Matic. Again, a lot of square balls, keeping possession, waiting for that little ball. In there it comes back to Pogba. Again, been on the edges of it a little bit tonight. I feel Pogba not quite been in there driving the game like I really believe he can.
Scored here at Old Trafford since West Ham's last visit. On the occasion that Manchester United won 2-1. A couple of penalties that day. Pogba scored them both. Johnson. Good eye for a pass as well. Cresswell. Now for Niles with Souček having made his trademark late run inside the penalty area. Back from Johnson. Back to him from Noble. Bowen. Now Rice. Antonio. It's onside despite the heels from Williams. Better possession this from West Ham. Antonio again. Given away. Souček seizing upon it, finding Noble. Here's Bowen trying to get himself into a shooting position. It's a fine save from David De Gea. particularly after the deflection.
It was a good save, wasn't it? Just a little bit careless from one Bissaka into Mason Greenwood. Comes to Noble, who rolls it one more for Jared Bowen. On his right foot. Little deflection off the fullback. Goalkeeper again, agile enough to deal with it.
Noble's ball in. Antonio that met it. Johnson. He certainly didn't lack for power.
No, right idea. Struck it nicely, didn't he? But just couldn't get it on target. But they'll worry United, West Ham, every time they throw that ball in the box, every time they turn the ball over as they did moments ago. Those United players will be mindful and fearful. But if they concede again, the season would be in tatters.
Rashford skipping away from Johnson, winning the corner, which is certainly Manchester United's second of the game. This is at a premium for two joint leading scorers today, Rashford and Martial. 22 apiece. Fernandes with the delivery. Johnson with the header away. And it goes from Williams to Fernandes. Hit by Williams. Attacked by Harry Maguire, who's still forward. Declan Rice getting it away. At the top from Matic. Boganski. Always favourite once the ball was going to bounce. United's record this season has been a bit indifferent against bottom half opposition. They have actually lost more games against sides in the bottom 10 than they have against sides in the top 10 this season.
That's often because they have more possession and they're not able to counter quite as much. I think when they're playing the top teams, United, they're able to break very quickly. A bit more like this.
They're trying to do it now with Martial's on bottom. A vital flick with his right foot to steer it out of the path of Anthony Martial. Antonio surviving the handball shout. Boganski backing his ability with a neat turn under pressure. Rice with a header for Noble. Bowen. So he goes. So back in defensive duty that time. Check the run of Cresswell. Fernandes has lost it. It's Bowen making his way forward. Antonio trying to link it up. So check. Now Noble. 4 white shirts in the penalty area include Mikel Antonio. Harry Maguire there. It's a Manchester United free kick after a couple of nervy moments.
Yeah, casual ball from Marcus Rashford. Need to be a bit more definite about their work, United. There's just a little bit casual at times. All of them, or any one, I think it's all over the park.
Have tended to be able to go out with a bang in seasons. They won their final away game in each of the last 3 campaigns. If they do so again here, it will certainly be an eye-catching result that could have major ramifications. And of course, there'll be central players in the relegation battle at the weekend, irrespective of what happens here. Their last opponent, Aston Villa, one of the 3 sides embroiled in the fight for survival. One of the 3 will stay up.
Really impressed with Bowen tonight. Jim, another good performance for West Ham.
Antonio indicating where he wanted the ball to be played from Cresswell. quite as high as that.
Not getting involved in the game enough, Paul Pogba. If he doesn't get in it enough, then all of a sudden Bruno Fernandes looks like he's all of a sudden without enough supply. They're the heartbeat of what United are doing. I expected them to kind of dominate this game, particularly in the middle of the park, to really get those front men going, and it's not quite happening. West Ham are having a good spell at the minute.
Well, it was Matic's pass that was seized upon this time. Declan Rice able to bring it forward. Full stretch. Very grateful to hear that one come back off the seats.
And he's just rattled one past Ben Foster, didn't he? A few days ago. Declan Rice, and he's very nearly done the same here. Too much room, look. Someone's got to go and front that ball up. Just because it's Declan Rice, you can't say, oh, well, look, I don't fancy he'll be able to knock it in from there. That is not that far away.
The drinks break will come at a good time for Manchester United. It's 1-1. Decent spell for West Ham, unencumbered by the pressure. Manchester United perhaps struggling with it a little bit, knowing exactly what is at stake. Got themselves back on level terms with that Mason Greenwood goal, but still Ole Gunnar Solskjaer won't be putting this one down as a vintage performance. Work to do.
West Ham are defending deep in the main, which allows Pogba, Matic and Bruno Fernandes to have the ball in and around the halfway line, just over the halfway line, but they're unable to really penetrate. It's just a bit sideways, a bit slow, a bit passive. It's not that fast, counter-attacking, devastating stuff that we know United are so capable of.
Well, the bottom line is that the scoreline is good enough for Manchester United at the moment. Only need one more point at the weekend. Over 20 minutes for either of these sides to find a winner. It's nearly 40 years since a former Manchester United boss won here at Old Trafford. It was Dave Sexton with Coventry back in the early 80s. Quite a story if David Moyes can do that today. The advantage certainly would swing back Leicester's way. A free kick here for the foul on Bowen. Yellow card for Marcus Rashford.
Too quick, his feet. Darren Bowen there, and Rashford now on a yellow card. He's a bit frustrated this evening, Marcus Rashford, with that one good shot first half. That's about it.
Swung by Noble. Came a long way to meet it. The collision results in a free kick and a bit of a hand of apology. Matic is okay.
Clattered into him, didn't he, O'Connor there? That was a good lead from Nemanja Matic. It's coming from fair way back there, O'Connor. It's his head that bashes into the United man, but good to see they're both back up on their feet.
Here is Bowen, who's becoming increasingly influential, and he's won another free kick, just having his shirt pulled in a very dangerous area there. Matic conceding another set piece.
Matic went after him, didn't he? Look, you can see there, and he's just grabbed his shirt. It's enough to convince the referee. I think we got it right. But be careful, United, really have.
So another set piece opportunity. Noble standing over it, but cross comes Cresswell as well. There's Noble with the delivery and over the bar from Antonio.
Lucky. you make first contact from there, that sort of far out, you are disappointed in when you hit it over the bar. I mean, that's a really good chance, that is. It's a nice ball in from Mark Noble. Watch Antonio leap, and he's in front of Lindelof, and he's always going to get that first contact, but he just couldn't keep it down.
Another opportunity for Antonio, with Bowen making his way forward. It was Maguire that swept up. Now a bit more space for Manchester United. It's for Rashford. Lindelof. Now Williams. Anticipated a challenge coming in. Manchester United able to maintain possession here. There's a great purpose about a lot of their attacking players. Fernandes trying to rectify that. Half cleared by Diop. Rashford riding the challenges, couldn't get himself into a position where he could get a decent shot in. Comes for Williams again, who put under pressure by Rice, who wins the throw.
Good work, Declan Rice. Really good.
The play will stop again because of a prop for Aaron Cresswell. For Masuaku would be the natural replacement for him. Congolese defender just being spoken to by David Moyes. It's West Ham United that have had the lion's share of attempts though in this second half as they've looked to try and regain their lead.
I think they've played well second half, West Ham. They have. Since United have scored, I think they've been the better team. I think those attempts tell you that. Second half to have had 5 more than the home team, I think indicates that they've been very positive.
Arthur Masuaku is ready. It looks as though the change will be made. Aaron Cresswell's races run. Not too far short of 100 games in the West Ham United colours now. Arthur Masuaku. Facing Cresswell for the last 15 minutes or so. Now it's Bowen who's gone down, and this is a recurrence of the problem that he's been carrying throughout the game. For that addition earlier.
Matis just caught him there as he was running infield.
Fernandes. Back to it from Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Bruno Fernandes there and Pogba both back behind the ball, allowing West Ham to just try and frustrate them, to try and get in those little pockets of space in behind Declan Rice and Souček and Noble. That's where then key operators have got to try and find, got to crop up there receiving the ball.
Something for Antonio to chase. Mopped up though by Maguire. Lindelof and Greenwood was offside. Sebastian Haller, who will be the next West Ham United player to be brought on, just getting his final instructions from Kevin Nolan. Had a hip injury in recent times. He hasn't started since the restart's been kept out by Mikel Antonio. Haller will be be on very shortly. You'd expect that it'll be Antonio that will be the player that will make way. Coming together that time, Matic on Souček. West Ham will use this as the opportunity to make the change. Antonio coming off to double figures in a Premier League campaign for the first time in his career after that first half penalty. And Sebastian Haller, the club record signing, who I think will look back on his first season with a huge amount of fondness, is the man that comes on to replace him.
Like the look of Sebastian Haller start the season, Jim, and then he's faded away his performances.
Oh, Bonner trying to turn in possession. There was plenty of support. If he could have found a teammate, West Ham would have been in a very good position. Back from Noble. Here's Rice. Williams there to get it away. Rashford has to well to get back goal side out there. The defending from the front as well, but Pogba a little bit more space to work this time. Back for Rashford. Johnson again in a position to capitalise on a slightly errant first touch. West Ham throw.
The game's just been a bit casual tonight, it's just been a little bit off it. It doesn't look quite razor sharp, Marcus Rashford. Johnson's done well, a young lad, against now one of United's established forward line. He's done particularly well.
Now done by Haller. Rashford. Masuaku need a second invitation to make 40 yards upfield for the house. Flicked in towards Bowen. David De Gea, whose handling's been impeccable this evening with another good play. Turn around the corner by Masuaku again. Recovery from Wan-Bissaka. Free kick given away by Nemanja Matic. There have been a steady succession of them.
There have been, Jim. He's totted a good few up in the last 10 minutes in particular. And it's the same sort of thing. Again, I think he's trying to urge his boys on to snap out of the malaise that they're sort of currently in.
Just a little angry reaction from the players, as you can see. It's a yellow card is shown to Bruno Fernandes for his part in that little melee. And the VAR will just have a look at exactly what did happen. Another yellow card was shown as well to Masuaku. Bruno Fernandes making his way forward here.
I think is he arguing about where the kick is actually being taken from?
Still they're arguing, and then
he dips his head towards Noble there. He's a silly boy. Careful. And there's a little slack from somebody else, Masuaku, I think. But he's a very lucky boy.
Yellow card apiece, and the VAR happy that those decisions were correct. Here's Bowen. Fornals, Noble, Sebastian Allaire. Now Rice. Johnson. Into the final 10 minutes and a feeling that there's a fair amount of jeopardy for Manchester United. Masuaki, who's also cautioned that incident with Bruno Fernandes. Here's Ogbonna. Odion Ighalo is ready to come on for Manchester United at the next break in play. Lindelof mistiming that. Still West Ham that looking the more likely at the moment, but Pogba to bring it forward here for Manchester United. Martial, Greenwood, Rashford for Williams. Wan-Bissaka has got through a fair amount of defensive duty since coming on. West Ham. Masuaku. Straight at Wan-Bissaka, having a little nibble at him. Williams. Martial. We move forward on Bonner, pushing his side out. Remember, West Ham United mathematically safe if they can just get through to the end of this game without conceding again. Back from Fernandes. Williams. Down again. He's been in the wars today. Matic for Williams. West Ham far from happy. They want the ball put out of play because Bowen is still down, feeling that ankle. Play goes on though against the Hammer side, temporarily down to 10 as Fernandes goes in too deep for Martial.
It was Brandon Williams, I think. They've just caught Bowen. Some good few passes ago there. It gives a chance for West Ham to let everyone draw breath and make this change. Let Yarmolenko come on. His team look a bit jaded this evening. Wallis, I think clearly the defeat at the weekend in the cup might have took a fair bit more out of his team than most assume. But you'd have thought they'd have come here and recovered and been on the front foot, played really sharp and positive. Hasn't quite materialised tonight for United. They just looked a little bit flat too often.
Bowen makes way, and Andrei Yarmolenko is the player that is coming on. The Villa fans selfishly will look at Jarrod Bowen leaving the field injured. Look ahead at Sunday's game. It's 96 hours away. I think that would be quite encouraging if he was injured. Here's Lindelof.